The city actually has an interactive map that shows FEMA flood hazard areas. I've laminated mine because I knew we were going to be out in the rain all day.
I work in agriculture. It's not well paid, but I have to work because I have to take care of my family.
Offset the cost of those Chinese tariffs by reaching out to more of their domestic buyers.
I had to ditch the hat. The hat is gone, you guys. It went down the street.
This morning when we arrived, this picnic table had bloody bandages on it. Those were removed by Parks and Rec. We come back and we find more needle caps.
I switched my setting to public while seated in our newsroom, and as you can see, my location was pinpointed within a second.
This is the Portland Police Bureau.
Police are making arrests
You're
now.
ordered to disperse. It is time to leave. Walk and leave
Police
the
are now
area.
making arrests here in downtown Portland.
Al regresar le daré una probadita a esta comida rica en proteína que solo encontrará aquí en el Rodeo de Houston.
Hey Liz, happy 4th of July. You know, we decided to test their knowledge with a little pop quiz, and as you're about to see, some earned an A, others got an A for effort.
A tradition dating back to the 18th century, often spent at the beach, barbecuing, or playing ball. The 4th of July is also a time to reflect on our nation's past. But how many remember it?
Can you tell me the 3 branches of government in the United States?
You know that. You guys can pick up this one.
Legislative, executive,
and then
oh my gosh.
I'm not sure. I've been to school in a while.
There were very few history buffs at North Portland's Broughton Beach this Independence Day.
Who was president during World War I?
Roosevelt.
Most had trouble answering common civics questions, like how many amendments have been made to the U.S. Constitution?
21.
I want to say 27.
Amendments. Man, I just started reading again.
Questions that are listed on the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services test, including the names of elected officials.
Can you name our current vice president?
Vice President? No, honestly, no, not at the moment.
Some did better than others.
Mike Pence.
But 11-year-old Eric Navarro,
George Washington,
put them all to shame.
Who did the United States win its independence from?
D.
Great Britain, nice!
The 5th grader passed the quiz with flying colors. But as Leonardo Zepeda points out, you don't have to be a scholar to be a patriot and to celebrate life.
Build your business from scratch, make something out of nothing, and that's the American dream.
Liberty.
I appreciate my country.
And the pursuit of happiness.
If you want to see how well you would do on one of these tests, we've added a link to our website, kptv.com. Reporting live this Independence Day, Marja Martinez, Fox 12 Oregon.
The pressure really is on now that Senate Republicans are back. The House and the Senate have less than 36 hours to vote on 34 budget bills and dozens of policy bills.
It feels great to be back in Oregon. To be back here, I'm not real thrilled, but hey.
One by one, Oregon Senate Republicans returned to the Senate floor Saturday for their first session in a week and a half. The minority party left the state to block a vote on House Bill 2020, which would put a cap on greenhouse emissions. As of Saturday morning, all but 3 Senate Republicans were back. Their first order of business, HB 2020, the bill that prompted the tumultuous boycott.
I move that House Bill 2020 be taken.
Majority Leader Ginny Burdick motioning to have it moved to committee, killing the bill. And though it's a win for Republicans, their boycott put the legislative session behind schedule.
We got forest fires to take care of, and so we need to approve the budgets for that. So I'm glad the guys are back, and I'm grateful that they left.
Also relieved, freshman lawmaker Daniel Bonham, who says the Senate boycott put the House of Representatives behind too. Normally, once the Senate votes on a Senate bill, it moves to the House and vice versa. According to Bonham, the House ran out of bills to vote on Thursday. But they're back to work now that the Senate pushed play on this legislative cycle.
They've been on the floor for about an hour and 10 minutes, and they've been through about 20 bills. So at this pace, I think they will get through it.
Back at the Senate offices, we asked Thatcher whether the return of the Oregon 11 means the two parties are bearing the hatchet.
I think eventually. I don't know if today's that day.
The 2019 legislative session ends at 11:59 on Sunday night, so it's a race to the finish here. If they don't make the deadline, all bills die, but they can extend the session with a supermajority vote in both parties, or Governor Kate Brown can call for a special session. Reporting from Salem, Marja Martinez, Fox 4 Oregon.